Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and today we are getting used to the Audi R8 on Assetto Corsa Competizione. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. And let's get started with this. So we're going to do a few laps here on Bathurst today. And check out this Audi on here. Getting used to it. Now I'd already recorded this video, but for some reason, man, my every time, like every once in a while, I'll start recording a video and it'll be like this weird, it'll do like some weird thing where it records this like really just freaking blown out image quality, but like these really high colors, so I can't necessarily use that freaking video, and it sucks, man, because I had a good long video for you guys. So now we have to go back to the drawing board and try again and hope this comes out, because this here's basically how I get used to new cars. This here's my first track that I'll take them on. This one or Kailami usually first. I think I did Kailami first for this car and started getting used to it, and then, you know, I came to Bathurst now. Because these tracks right here, Kailami and this one, have got some pretty decent turns and stuff to navigate. So these are good tracks to test it out. My first drive on this one here, I just took this car over to took it online for some racing. Oh man, I almost lost it there. I am very happy with how this plays on a direct drive wheel. Oh boy. So I'm hoping that this video here turns out pretty good. So yeah, normally is what I'll do is I'll just do some laps, get used to the car, how it feels in certain tracks, and go from there. Because I think this is the car that I'm going to be using for a little while, this Audi. I am liking it. I'm liking how it handles. I'm liking how it corners. I'm liking the different, you know, the feeling and how how it accelerates and everything like that. So I'm definitely liking this. I want to play around with it for a little while. I like the way the dashboard and everything looks in here. So figure I might as well sit here and get used to this. We got that new update coming out on the 19th for the new handling model and everything like that. So that there's going to be pretty cool to get used to that. Now this track right here is definitely a good one to practice on, just because it's got a lot of different sections in here that will really keep you good, and trying to get consistent lap times and stuff is pretty important in all racing games. Once you get to a point where you can be consistent, that's the thing, man. Just practice. Especially if you want a new car. If you want to start driving a new car, man, it's like a full-blown freaking. It's a pretty drug-out process for me, because I went through this game on the Xbox and did all of the track ratings, all of the tracks, got all the stars on all the tracks, you know, to boost my track competency, and I did all that in the McLaren. So I'm pretty good with the McLaren in terms of like braking zones and car control and all of that. So when I go and I pick a different car, then I have to go back through every single one of those and really relearn braking zones, relearn how. I mean, most of it's pretty close, don't get me wrong, most of it's already pretty close, but each car handles differently. Each car is different. So like in the McLaren, I'd already be in 6th gear, and then I'd be taking this turn right here in 3rd gear. But for this, for the Audi, you're in 2nd gear, so you can kind of stay in that power band. And it's good to know that. It's really good to know your car and your vehicle and stuff like that, so that you can get the most out of it. Knowing how it's going to handle turns, knowing how it's going to, you know, deal with each section of each race. That is very important. You can't just, at least in this game, at least in Assetto Corsa, man, you cannot just jump in whatever car you want and hope to be on top of it. This is, oh my gosh, such a process. You've got to relearn these cars. I mean, for the most part, once you've learned your tracks, though, it is pretty easy to start adjusting the cars. Like, I'll tell you what, man, that Lamborghini, not one of my favorite cars to drive. I don't really like that one. And the only reason I've driven it is because you have to kind of start with that car for the when you first start the game. If you're gonna do like the career, they put you in that Lamborghini, so then you're learning that car. And it's not that I don't like it. It's just I don't really like the way the dash looks. So I mean, like I know that's kind of weird. Like, what are you talking about, the dashboard? That's yeah. I don't like the way it. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it feels. I know. That's pretty weird. I mean, it is a fast car. It's one of the faster ones in this game, but I just don't care for it, man. I am more into you know, like this Audi is pretty cool. I'm thinking I want to try the Porsche too. Get used to that one. I'm trying to build up the different cars that I can use in this game. That's basically what I'm doing. Now that I have a competent, you know, wheel setup that I can actually use to get better at this game, I definitely want to experiment more. That's why these racing games, man, for me, they never get old. They never get boring. They never lose their appeal. They're always just there for me to play. Like, I can put hundreds of hours into racing games, no freaking problem. I always drop it down into first right here. It doesn't matter what car I'm in. But I love this track for some reason. I love that top section up there. Learning that and practicing that, man, such a fun spot to like really to drive. Getting through like some of these turns and stuff. Just getting good at these tracks is pretty fun. Like I like how this feels. Like, there's no other racing game on the market that even feels close to this, man. I haven't, everything I've tried, man, I just cannot find anything that feels as good as Assetto Corsa Competizione. I mean, if they would just bring Nordschleife to this game, I would be the happiest camper in the world, man. I don't think I would need any other racing game, in like track racing game anyways. I mean, I do believe that all racing games are good for reproof, but man, I don't know, man. I tried to get into Automobilista 2, and I just can't, dude. I do not like the way that game feels on DD. I just do not like the way that game feels. It doesn't feel good to me. There's not enough settings to play around with. I haven't really. I don't like the way the game feels, so I haven't put a lot of time into it. I made a couple videos on it. Oh no! Whew. Dang. Well. I guess there we are, man. We have officially messed it up. Dang. Very, very nice. Yeah, you got to pay attention. That's ooh boy. Oh, we'll get back then. We'll finish this lap, and that'll be this video. Dang, man. Woo. I like that. I like that. I like how it feels too when you wreck, man. Like that's pretty cool. Like it definitely feels like it could be a lot closer to like real life, man. Like popping around like that, hitting that, spinning out. That is pretty great, man. I do like that. I really hope that they consider bringing a VR mode to PS5 for this game. I'd really like to play this on PS5, PSVR 2. Alright, guys. Well, thanks for watching this video, man. Hopefully this one turned out good. We'll see you in the next one.